A bit of transfer news involving my club, Chelsea. Chelsea apparently have told Manchester City they have a deadline of 5 p.m. this Friday to make an offer for Enzo Fernandez, who Chelsea value at around about 120 million. He's still got 6 years left on his contract. What do you think of that, Dino? I mean, there's been rumours. Enzo Maresca has gone. From what we've heard, Manchester City are interested. Real Madrid apparently are sniffing around. They dropped that. 120 million is that's a lot of money. A lot of money.
What player were you talking about?
Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, he can do a bit of everything, can't he? But I'd like to see him in a stable team where there's not. I mean, Chelsea have spent $2 billion on players nearly, haven't they?
Yeah.
And it's been turmoil. He'll
come good this season, though, Dino.
Well, I think you're right. I think when you named it, I heard what you said in midweek, and it created a bit of a storm, didn't it? But when you named the front three, Palmer, Rodgers, and Pedro, yeah. You think, well, that's a good start, isn't it?
And listen, there's plenty of work to be done. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but
does Pedro get enough goals, and is the goalkeeper good enough?
Well, that's the one area where you go, okay, that is the one concern. But all over the pitch, I made the point the other day, Chelsea. There's things that can be improved about Chelsea's season that I think are easily done, and discipline is one of them. Discipline last season was nothing short of a disgrace.
No, I agree.
It was almost every single week or every other week Chelsea get a player sent off. And the amount of times we had a player sent off and lose the game, you can't be giving points away like that. You can't be picking up red cards for fun.
Well, Jace, obviously I've managed football teams, and I used to say to the players at times when I had a small squad, listen, if you start getting silly yellow cards,
we love a silly yellow card.
I'm going to fine you.
Oh my God! I mean, the silly yellow cards, and Liam. I know we're a young squad, but Liam Delap away at Wolves in the League Cup, he's on the pitch 5 minutes, he picks up 2 yellows. They're the sort of things where that's why Jordan Henderson's been bought in. Well, but 120 million pounds, that's what Chelsea value Enzo Fernandez. They have until Friday apparently to make an offer or do something about it. I think Chelsea just basically saying, can't you put up or shut up if that is the case? 03717223334. Let's go back to Villa fans who lost the European Super Cup tonight against champions of Europe, PSG. No disgrace, by the way, played very, very well. Keep them coming. Let's go and speak to a Chelsea fan. Tone has dialed 03717223334. All right, Tone.
Right, can I just say a couple of things? 15 chances tonight for Villa to score, 12 chances for PSG. Unai Emery attacks. I hope Arteta was watching, because he doesn't know how to play PSG. He just knows sidey, tappy football. They won't have the cheating opportunities in the coming season with all these free kicks and corners, because the referee's going to pull them up on it. And the reason why he's got Watkins and the reason why Emery's got the other guy tonight, the 17-year-old, is because every week they'll be playing in the European Cup and they'll be playing in the Premier League. He'll rest them and alternate them. I trust Emery with my life. I wouldn't trust Arteta to show me how to walk across the road.
No, Arteta's just won the Premier League, Tone.
They've just won the Premier League at the 4th attempt.
Yeah, I know, but
so preoccupied with the Champions League this year, they'll cock up the Premier League because they won't be able to balance 2 balls at the same time.
Well, if I'd have said to you, when they appointed Arteta, he said to the board, "Give me 5 years, we'll win the Premier League and we'll win the Champions League." And by the way, they drew in the final Champions League. I know they got beat in the end, but they actually, it's another step. Yeah, but it's another step forward for Arsenal.
Negative. It was side to side. They were 1-0 up and they didn't go and get a second or a third.
Well, I've got a different opinion to you on this one, right? It's like, for me, it was like fighting Mike Tyson. If you're going to go out and start trading punches with Mike Tyson, he's going to knock you out. So what he done was jab and move, covered up, and try to beat him in the last minute.
40% of Emery's team wasn't there tonight. 40%, they've all gone. You mentioned all the names.
They got beat, though.
Still gave them a run for their money.
But they got beat.
They got beaten, of course they did, yeah. But I'm telling you about chances and opportunities. I'd rather play for Emery than I would for Arteta.
What's your beef with Arteta, Tone?
I just think he's overrated, and we're going to find out this season he will not be able to do what he did last season, because City will be better, Chelsea will be better, Man United will be better, Liverpool will be better, and you can't discount Aston Villa.
Yeah, look, it's going to be...
They'll all take points off each other.
Yeah, look, the second season, once they've got a target on their back now, Arsenal, and listen, they've been good for the last couple of seasons. They've come close. And they thoroughly deserved it. They were the best.
Yep.
And you're right. Maybe things will change with set pieces. Maybe we'll say that referees tightening up. Maybe Arsenal will not be able to take advantage. But they took advantage of and got to give them credit. Well done them. They were the best side of the country. I've got no problem whatsoever.
That's history. You're only as good as your last game. That's all over. This is the next season I'm talking about.
I just like his playing staff he's got, and you look on the bench, all of them, every single one of them. Bear in mind, he picked up a group of players that weren't very good professionals, some of them, and he's got rid of them all. All the players he's got at the club now, there's not one bad attitude.
No, and you can't, if you don't work hard, you don't buy into Arteta, you don't stay at that football club. It's as simple as that. Yeah. And he's created that culture. One thing I will agree with Tony, I love to know what Arsenal fans, because most of them will certainly been watching their team draw 1-1 with Como today, win on penalties. I think there will be, on reflection, a little bit of regret about how they went about that Champions League final. I think there must be a little bit of, did we show and put our best foot forward? Did we really give, did we cause PSG enough problems? I take your point about jabbing and trying, because you're up against PSG. But Aston Villa showed, and you can get them. You can actually get them. Villa had a couple of really good chances, right? And I wonder whether Arsenal, if they play PSG in the Champions League final next season, I bet you see a different Arsenal. I bet you see a different approach.
Right, he had two options in the final, didn't he? You either say, right, let's leave the two centre-halves wide apart, let our full-backs bomb on, and let's try and out-punch PSG. Let's try and outscore them.
But I'm not saying I'm not saying that you've got to. That has to be your technical. But go and have a bit more of a go. Be a bit braver. Be a bit braver. Well, and they weren't. I don't think Arsenal were brave enough.
But in his head, he thinks that they're a better team than Arsenal.
Well, they are.
So,
they are.
So he's gone, right, I've got to find a way of winning this game somehow. So he's chose to go down that route of finding a way to win the game. They drew. If you'd have said to him before the kickoff, do you know this is going to go to extra time? Would he take that now? He would have said, yeah.
But when you're 1-0 up, Dino, right, it's all well and good. When you're 1-0 up, could Arsenal got the second goal? Could they?
Havertz missed the chance to go 2-0 up.
Could they have been a bit braver over the course of the 90 minutes and extra time, mate? And I think the answer to that question is yes.
Well, I wouldn't say it's braver. It's just tactically, he decided to do that. Havertz had a chance to make it 2-0, didn't he? And they would have, you've mugged them. He was trying to mug PSG.
You're right. And on another day, he might get away with it. But I still think in a one-off game like that, when you take the, could they have been? And like I said, I think if Arsenal get the Champions League final, and I think they'll go deep in it again next season, because they've shown what a good side they are. Well, if you see a different Arsenal. Keep the calls coming, Villa fans and any Arsenal fans out there. 03717223344. Next up, though, we're going to hear our talkSPORT's Max Scott. It scores a bit of a stir here on talkSPORT today. Keep them coming. 03717223344.